Welcome back everyone. Time to do another camera comparison between the iPhone 12 mini and the iPhone 11. Now, the iPhone 12 mini and the iPhone 11 have pretty much the same camera setup. They can film videos in the same resolution and all that stuff. So it's going to be probably more similar than not. I did find a couple key differences already. Now, the way this camera comparison works is I pretty much just went in different camera conditions, dark shots, some good shots, some shots in horrible lighting and vice versa and all that stuff, and I just let them autofocus. I don't tap the focus or anything, and I just kind of see how the photos and videos look. Now, with the entirety of this comparison, the iPhone 11 photos and videos will be on the left, the iPhone 12 mini photos and videos will be on the right. Now, looking at this very first photo, you can already see quite a bit of differences, and to me, the iPhone 11 photo looks far better than the iPhone 12 mini. Now, zooming into this specific portion, you can definitely see that there seems to be a little bit more, I don't know what this is, like flaring going on with the iPhone 12 mini. I think it looks like an okay photo, but the iPhone 11 looks far more sharper in my opinion. And even if you look at the LED lights in the background and you look at the specific leaves, the grass leaves right here, you can see that the iPhone 11's photo definitely looks more sharper and definitely more in focus. Now, I don't know why this happened. I always wipe down the lenses. I always make sure they're clean. There's no like crust on them or anything. So this photo really freaked me out because I was really surprised about this. And this was an indoor shot as well. So the first photo would really freaked me out. And even with the next one, I mean, there's really not that many differences. One thing that I immediately saw was how much better the iPhone 12 mini kind of looked in terms of, lightening up the whole entire photo. The key little difference is like this specific thing right here. You can see that the curtain, whatever this is, it's actually a little bit darker on the iPhone 11, and even on the corner, you can see the 12 mini did attempt to kind of brighten the overall photo. Now, for better or for worse, that may be a better thing for some people, but some people may prefer the darkening aspect of this too. In real life, I feel like it looked more like this. I feel like the iPhone 11 maybe darkened it on purpose. I'm not too sure. But again, these were in the same lighting conditions and everything. And in terms of that, subtle differences like that are pretty important to note. Now with the next photo, as you can see, I don't know what the best way of even saying what this photo was trying to be. I mean, I just kind of took it in like really weird lighting, like I stated. So there's not really like a thing to look out for. Now if you look at the little like curtain textile thing, you can see that the iPhone 12 mini kind of autofocused maybe more so on like the end portion right here, where the iPhone 11 may have focused in on this little portion right here. So again, not a crazy big difference, not a really big difference at all. Now this photo was the first one taken outdoors, and you can automatically see that there are some differences for sure. When you're zoomed out like this, you can't really see them. But when you zoom in, and let's go ahead and zoom into this little portion right here, you can kind of see that the 12 mini photo, I think, may actually look a little bit better. And the reason being, these colors right here, to me, it kind of looks like the iPhone 11's photo kind of looks a little bit not as sharp, where the 12 mini photo looks a little bit more sharper. So it's very hard and it's very subtle to note, but I definitely do think with these outdoor photos, you're not going to really notice too many differences in good lighting. Even if you look at like this little portion back here, again, I think they both are almost identical. They both did a really good job. The 12 mini kind of seemed a little bit better in the bokeh effect, and there's less noise. If you look at this little portion right here on the iPhone 11, and you look at this same portion here, you can see that the 12 mini did a better job at kind of, reducing the amount of noise that we're kind of seeing on the iPhone 11. So that right there is a pretty big difference for sure. Now this next photo was a horrible lighting condition photo, but from the bird's eye view, again, the 12 mini did the thing it does the most. It's over flaring the photo. The 11, look how much darker and sharpened, I guess, the whole entire photo looks at the PS5 controller. The iPhone 12 mini looks a little bit kind of washed out. I think that's the best way to put it. These photos, for some reason, look washed out on the 12 mini. Even looking at the bottom portion, I mean, I don't know if it's the post-processing. I mean, these are taken in the exact same conditions. You can see that the 12 mini, if you look at this little portion right here, it looks like there's like some like washed outness going on with the 12 mini. The iPhone 11 did a better job at kind of darkening that overall photo. So for sure, this photo goes for the iPhone 11 as well. And even this one, I don't really see that crazy difference, and this is just proof that it really isn't even something over the camera lens, because if you look at this, I mean, these were taken right after another, and there's no like, water washed out, whatever that thing is called, there's no washed out colors. The iPhone 11, actually, I think the 12 mini did a better job here. Even looking at like this little portion right here, you can kind of see that they kind of predicted the same colors. So actually, if you look right here, very, very, very subtle difference. With the 12 mini, it looks a little bit lighter. The iPhone 11 looks a little bit, maybe a little bit more darkened. And even if you look at the top, there seems to be more noise, but nobody's going to be zooming in photos that much. But for this one, I'd probably give it to the iPhone 12 mini for sure. Now, this next one was another outdoor photo, and I don't really see too many differences right out the gate. But if I go ahead and zoom into like this little portion right here, you may be able to see that the iPhone 12 mini looks a little bit more darkened and it looks a little bit more sharpened out for sure. The iPhone 11 seems a little bit, I don't know, like there's like a blue tint going on over it. Now, some people may prefer the 12 mini, some people may prefer the iPhone 11. One thing I love seeing is that these are the same condition photos. These were taken in the same sunlight, but look at how both lenses kind of interpreted the colors. I think the 12 mini looks a little bit better, and it just seems like it's a little bit more of a professional photo. Obviously, these photos are not professional at all. I'm just some guy making these, photos outdoors. But I'd probably give the edge to the 12 mini here for sure. Because these were outdoors, it really looks good. Now the next photo is something that I'm super interested in. This is basically the cloud, it's the skies, so basically outdoor conditions. And these were taken, like I said, pretty much almost exactly the same time, probably within seconds to minutes to one another. And I want you to see, I mean, this is how both phones interpreted both colors of the sky. If I go and zoom in here, and if I go and zoom in here, I mean, you can kind of see, like, yeah, clouds move and some things, differentiate here and there. But I want you to look, I mean, this is how the iPhone 12 mini interpreted the sky. This is how the iPhone 11 interpreted the sky. There's definitely some differences for sure. Now, I don't know if one is way better than the other one. There seems to also be this yellow streak here. I don't know if that's like the sky or something. The iPhone 11 doesn't have it. Actually, it kind of does towards the bottom. That's very interesting how both phones interpreted the sky color. Now, this is just another indoor photo shot. And you can see, again, probably give the edge to the 12 mini. It kind of seems like the colors are a little bit more darkened on the 11, so actually I don't know if I probably would give that to the 12 mini. Again, it seems like the washed out thing keeps happening with the iPhone 12 mini. I'm not really too sure of that. I'm not really a fan of that either, so take it as you will, but that's pretty much that. Now, I did make a video of this Rubik's Cube or another Rubik's Cube, and you can I'll go ahead and show it now. And you can kind of see that, again, kind of the same thing going on, not like ginormous differences. I'd probably give the edge to the 12 mini again, but they both can do 4K at 60. They both can do a lot of, similar things, 4K at 60 on the front too. So there's not going to be too many differences between them two. So, in terms of the video quality right there, that's a quick little one. Now, in terms of the next photo, if my phone or my camera would go ahead and move, as you can see, pretty much exactly the same condition. It was on like some dirty chair or something like that. And you can see, again, both phones kind of look a little bit different. Now, this was night mode, actually. I totally forgot what it was, but this was a night mode shot. And you can see, again, with the iPhone 11, a little bit of blurriness going on. Definitely not perfect, but definitely not the best. With the iPhone 12 mini, if you look at the box even, it actually did a better job at reducing some of that noise. You can see on the edge, it seems a lot more sharper on the iPhone 12 mini. So again, this was a night mode shot. And you can definitely see that even on the edge of this box, it looks much sharper on the 12 mini. And I've said this before, the 12 series has improved vastly in the night mode, which is really important. So if you're using night mode a lot, you're going to see big improvements for the 12 mini for sure. Now, this next one was also taken in horrible lighting. Like, I'm talking like the worst lighting ever. And you can see, again, the iPhone 11 darken out that photo. The 12 mini's photo doesn't look perfect either, especially if you look at this corner, a little bit washed out. But with the iPhone 11, it just didn't seem to do that great of a job. And the most important thing to keep in mind is that these were taken in the exact same lighting conditions. Literally, like, it's almost exactly the same. And you can see, again, the 12 mini definitely did a far better job in this example too. So I'll give that one to the 12 mini. Now, this next photo, as you can see, kind of turned it a little bit here. And again, I don't really see too many differences. And actually, I do remember what this photo was. It was a telephoto lens. So I stood at the same spot on both, and I zoomed in as much as I could into this Rubik's Cube that was on the floor. So using, I guess there's no telephoto lens on these, but using the, zoom in capability, the max one, you can see that the iPhone 12 mini, I think, did a better job in this zoom in capability too. I'm not going to zoom into the photo because that's going to ruin the whole entire test of the zooming thing, but I would definitely say the quality of the photo looks better on the 12 mini for sure. Now, I did the same thing, but through the ultra wide sensor, and you can see, again, the ultra wide sensor on the 12 mini, I think, is far better. I don't see the washed outness going on in this specific photo like I saw in the previous ones. The 11 photo looks sharper on the controller, but it seems much more yellower, I guess, on the outside of that. I'm not really too much of a fan of that, to be completely honest. But the iPhone 12 mini definitely did a far better job when it looks to the ultra-wide sensor, but they both can zoom out the same, so that's totally fine. Now, that is the last photo that I actually took on both, and I do have a video that I'll go ahead and show now, and I'll put it on the screen right now. And what I can tell you, just like how I said it before, definitely when it comes down to the video quality between both, they are more or less the same, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really see too many differences in the video quality. They both can do 4K at 60, like I said before, and you can see again, I mean, I didn't really see too many differences. I don't think you're going to see too many differences until you go past like the iPhone 10. I think around that iPhone 10 time frame, that's when cameras started to change a little bit more. but these two can pretty much do the exact same thing. So to kind of sum up this video and to answer the comparison, which specific camera did a better job? Well, I don't really think one camera outblew the other one or anything like that. I think both cameras did overall a really good job, and they handled everything I really threw at them. Now, when it comes down to the camera features, like I said before, they both can do exactly the same things. They both have portrait mode, night mode, 4K at 60, and all those different things. So it's not like you're going to go from the iPhone 11 to the 12 mini and notice you have a far better camera in every single department, or there's some crazy features that one can do that the other one can't. I think the 12 Pro, the 11 Pro, those ones have very good features by having that telephoto lens as well. But between these two, I would not go from an iPhone 11 to the 12 mini or from an iPhone 11 to the iPhone 12 just based off the camera. Now, I will tell you, with that being said, the 12 mini I think does a better job at the night mode photos for sure. When you look at those things, that definitely, those specific edge detection. I saw this before with, the iPhone 11 versus iPhone 12. The iPhone 12 and 12 mini do a better job at night mode. I think Apple spent a lot of time perfecting that, and the 12 mini and the 12 do much better there. But I also think the 12 mini does a better job at reducing the noise in the photos. If you looked at those outdoor photos and just some other photos are all around, if you're taking photos in some noisy conditions, such as, kind of low light or videos in low light conditions, then the iPhone 12 mini will probably end up doing a better job overall. But I still think the iPhone 11 is extremely good. It's almost the exact same thing. And maybe if you know how to color grade photos, if you know how to, add some filters here and there, you could probably end up getting better looking photos than a lot of other phones in the market. But through stock photo taking, the 12 mini does a better job for sure. So that really pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.